Ghosties and listeners, welcome to Shuuden Station. This week's Toku Tuesday is a double feature. Yay, yay, yay. So we'll try not to ramble too much. It's your host, Denko-san and
Ruriko! Also, there will be timestamps in the description in case the chapters aren't working, because YouTube's kind of weird. And of course, if you want to skip straight to Geats, we will put a timestamp for it as well. So, again, description. Thank you.
So now we shall begin talking about
Fang!
Here in Shuuden Station, we are big fans of the old Fangjoker, yes. So it was really exciting to see him animated in all his glory. Yes. He's so cool. He has a sword on his arm, who also works as a boomerang, and it's great.
Yeah, and I really liked how they, instead of a traditional, like, just stand static transformation, instead of it's like a battle transformation.
Yeah.
Just piece by piece, and it's like really cool.
Yeah. Like, that's also something really nice, because a lot of people that may just pick up the anime because they lost school may have not watched W, and
yeah.
If you haven't watched W, it may surprise you that Fangjoker is one of the most berserk and like physical forms of Kamen Rider W, which you wouldn't think if you just look at Philip as the nice nerdy boy he is. But yeah, his form is very much out of control sometimes.
Yeah. But that makes it fun.
Yeah.
And it looks great. Like, the stark white and the stark black and the red eyes and the spiky design of it. Especially how the eyes have the spiky, edges on those around the edge. It looks so good.
Yeah, I would say that Kamen Rider W has some really nice form designs. Like, it was always made to have like little changes.
Yeah.
So I think the forms, I guess, are really good. I mean, in general, the design for Kamen Rider W was really good. Now, not only him, but also Asel. I think Asel looks really good.
Yes, and we'll hopefully see more of that proper next episode, so on and so forth. But for now,
hopefully. We did get more Teru this episode, at least.
Yeah, we did. Anyway, but yeah, like, the Henshin was cool, and the fight was cool, and I was like, this guy is such an idiot about the whole boomerang trick. Like, how did you not expect that?
Yeah, it's like, this guy is known for being a filthy cheater. And the one time that Philip tries to trick him, he just immediately gets baited by being like, oh yes, I'm so cool, please tell me who else I am. Oh no, I'm dead. Okay, I really like when Fangjoker came out of the water, like a shark.
Someone needs to put shark music on that. I mean, Jaws music.
Da 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 da
da da da da da. And I will have to make the comment that, unlike our assumptions from the previous episode, it turns out the whole gravity thing is not a separate dopant, and it's just his extra power.
Our mistake was assuming he will have friends.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be friends. It could be somebody taking advantage and wanting to cause bullshit too.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't even want to associate with this person if I was evil.
True.
And of course, FangStrizer, beautiful, yes. Excellent.
Yes. Yep. It looked great. Just everything about Fang as expected, like.
Yes. The Fangjoker fangirls are satisfied.
Yes. And speaking of satisfaction, let's talk about other kinds of fan service.
As you say, Tokime fan services episode was very interesting, very nice, yes. And I want to give my thanks to Herbra for doing his best and keeping himself together for the entire fight, because it was really truly.
Yeah, and I love that Shota was like, "You're distracting. Get back."
I mean, she was so distracting that he had to remove her clothes. And I have this conspiracy theory. Okay, so a few episodes ago, we mentioned how in the upload for YouTube for the opening of Fuuto Tantei by Crunchyroll, she was wearing a slightly different outfit that will cover her a bit more. I think it's the same outfit as now. Like, was Crunchyroll not actually censoring anything, but just ahead of the curve?
Yeah. Like, it seems like it, but I'm
mind blown.
Yeah, I'm sure that they had it at a time just because they didn't want to upload the original to begin with, but yes, it seems like it wasn't, like, censoring only for this particular upload, but we'll probably see that in the next episode.
Just this time, Crunchy. Just this time. My bad.
We forgive you.
Shall we talk about our case of this, Majima and Monako, and how they basically kiss their black company to be together forever,
Yeah.
which I think is a very happy ending.
Yeah, like, I'm glad for them. And when Majima started acting really nice, we were a little confused. But once you got the full picture, it was like, he was just being really stressed out and hard because of that.
Yeah, like, he was trying to protect her from the higher-ups the best he could, but he was so angry and stressed out that he was a bit taking it out on her as well, which is probably why he was so guilty at the end. And again, the fact that he kind of used him play to have a team for her also explains why he went so hard to try to protect her. I don't know, I think it's kind of cute how they kind of like ended a bit together.
Yeah.
It's kind of endearing. It's a nice like happy ending.
Yeah, and I didn't comment on it when we were watching, but I like how at the end of the episode when you see their new business cards, the name of their new company, now that they've left Maxsoft, is MM. And I was like, because Moriguchi and Majima.
Okay. Yeah, had to bring your Yakuza to our holy Toku, huh? Yeah, you guys may be surprised, but Ruriko here is a big fan of Majima.
I mean, I'll admit that this whole arc, every time I say Majima, I'm not thinking about this Majima, I'm thinking about that one.
Dame. No, wait, that's not his, right?
No, Tsunami. I'm not gonna sing it. Oh my god.
In the future.
Yeah.
Remember,
No.
begin bullying her in the comments to sing Cinderella. Thank you. So, next topic. Tokime got the phone. Yay.
Yay! Like, we predicted it because of the ending and everything. And it's nice to know that, she's not, like, isolated contact-wise.
She got new clothes. She got method of contact. She has been accepted by the marketable minions.
Yeah, that was just kind of funny. They're just crowding around and she's like, oh, this one's that, this one's that, this one's that.
Yes.
And then we had an interesting scene with Philip.
Indeed. I just wanna say, Keijin Tokutatsu is not a debug. It's a feature.
No. But just the whole scene of him just bursting out like, hey, I found out about this! And everyone freaking out, and he just takes it as them not knowing. And he just gets up in Shotaro's face like, oh, you didn't know about this, Shotaro? Oh, wait. Like,
I like the Shotaro's blushing. Like, he knows what's gonna happen to him.
Anyway.
And of course, back to the plot.
Yes,
Regretfully so, I would like to keep talking about the K-pop, trying to rush for Geats. So,
yes.
the Aurora Dopant. Of course, the power of the Aurora Dopant is to turn you into Mr. Skeleton. Of course, as one expects.
Not even a complete skeleton, like, you just get vaporized that hard that they're just fragments. Yes, this makes sense.
How are they gonna justify? Like, what? When does Aurora Boreal become, I'm gonna melt you into bones? Like, when did it become Mr. Bones will ride?
I don't know. Like, we'll have to see what they do.
I guess at least we got a name. His name is Bando. He's the Aurora Dopant, and he just has a merry band of weird skeleton people in his nega Fuuto. So that's cool.
There was a monster with boobs, and we're like, what?
That's the one that's gonna fight Tokime.
Ah, yes. The boob wars.
Of course. I mean, that will just be that one anime where they just to have like duels with their asses. Keijo,
yeah.
Just that for Kamen Rider version. Oh no, we're ranting. We're going off topic now.
Okay. Let's move on. So, the Aurora Dopants. Now we saw that. Moving on from that, the last thing to talk about is the gag short.
It was a bit boring, like, honestly, yeah. Like, we were kind of disappointed. We repeated the same joke, which... Yeah. It was funny when Terui wasn't present saying that in the actual episode that much,
Yeah. Like, I will admit that I did like a little bit of the fact that they kind of referenced how in the original show for a bit the plot was trying to push Philip to leave Shotaro and join up with Piteroi instead, which of course never happened, but it could have happened. And so the question addressing that was interesting. Like, it was a nice reference, but the gag focusing on the "don't ask me questions" thing again. After last week, let's get a new joke, okay?
Yeah. The reference that I really liked was the fact that this whole segment is referencing Wakana, Philip's sister in the original show, which I think is between that and referencing the possible alliance of Philip and Terui. I think that was a pretty deep cut kind of like gag when they reference a lot of things about the show. Like, I like when Studio Kai flexes the whole like, yes, I watch a Kamen Rider W. What do you ask? And thus, we shall move on to Geats.
So, we just watched Geats, the episode 1.
Yay.
And here's our thoughts.
It was really cool. Very hype.
Like, the main character being so smug and self-assured, it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. And also, this and a few more things gave us it made us reminisce for an older show, but we'll get there later.
So, strong impression of the main character. But there's also other characters that are important to talk about. So let's move on to talking about Keiwa.
See, our Tanuki boy is the point of view character this episode, and he's way too good for this world, clearly.
Like, I can't imagine walking into interview and being this dense.
It kind of remind me a bit of like Miss World. You know that beauty pageant? How like sometimes they will be like, what would you do if you had like all the porn in the world, and be like, world peace. But he's actually like that unironically. Also, the Tanuki Soba looks pretty good. But that brings me a question. Ruriko-chan, if tomorrow the world ended, what would you eat?
What would be my last meal, huh? It's a hard question to say. Like, there's lots of food I like, but what would be the absolute favorite that I'd want to just die with? Kind of morbid. Hey, why don't you answer too?
Okay. The thing is that my answer is certainly not that hard. My favorite food is meat, specifically beef, and potatoes. So I would probably be very happy with just very expensive beef and the potatoes that my grandmother makes. They are the best in the world. So yeah, I would probably be happy just with that.
Well, while you're talking, I realized the true answer, and honestly, you're probably expecting it.
You look inside your heart, huh?
My very clogged heart, because I'm like, bacon. Give me very, very crispy bacon on like a sandwich. Bacon and tomato sandwiches. Yay!
Very simple people, clearly.
Yes.
I mean, the thing about food is that it's also about the memories you have. For you to love bacon so much, because you have strong memories associated with bacon. So
yeah, true.
So, okay, anyway, just like this conversation, which is gonna escalate very quickly. That escalated very quickly, isn't it?
Yeah, like suddenly things hit the fan.
I was shocked by how violent the show was. Like, there was a scene where one of the Cthulhu cultists basically was really implied that he just impaled the guy. And that's pretty extreme. Like, generally, Tokusatsu, especially Kamen Rider, doesn't tend to get away with that much direct violence.
Yeah, like it's able to get away with a little more hard content than its sister Sentai or brother Sentai, whatever you want to call it. But even so, it is still a kids show, just a little higher in the age demographic than Sentai.
Like you said, that is not Garo.
Yeah. Let's not talk about Garo. Anyway, but yeah, like, things got rough, and, well, the riders are not exactly heroes right now, are they? No,
they really aren't. But they do have really good designs. I'm actually a big fan of the way that the Bull Kamen Rider was fighting. It felt pretty brutal, very visceral, and I like how he was just dragging that like chainsaw blade he has while he was walking. I thought that was really cool. In general, I really liked the chainsaw blade because it gave me like a strong memories of playing Fallout 4, getting the chainsaw blade and just mauling down stuff. So it was a happy personal memory.
Yes. And the polar bear is also pretty cool. Less hardcore than Bull, but still fine. And
Rest in peace, Kyoru Blue.
yes, Kyoru Blue, Nossan. Truly, emphasis on no.
Pretty much. He was also too pure for this world.
Yes.
He was clearly too nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly talking about niceness, the show that this is reminding me so much of is Kabuto.
Yeah.
Because the whole like Tanuki boy is a very pure, lovely boy that just wants to be to help others and be a hero, and then you have like the guy that actually has the powers and he's just a smooth asshole, and it's like, sir, this is Kabuto.
Yeah, this is just Tendo and Kagami again.
Yes, it's just that this time Kagami has the sister.
Yeah, and also our not Tendo is flirty.
Yes, this one may want to have a girlfriend, maybe, we'll see.
Yeah.
Like, he could also just be teasing, who knows.
True. We'll need to see more of his personality in the future.
Yeah. I mean, for now, I think the fair assumption is going back to Philip and his discovery of VL, so... Okay, what do you think about the Henshin?
It looks really good, and, for a while, Kamen Rider had started getting a little too lengthy with all the effects and things they move around and go onto the guy and all that stuff. Like, it was getting too long, and now it's starting to slim it back down a bit, and I'm glad.
Yeah, I agree. I think that the worst offender of this, even though it almost grew on you because of how overdone it was Sio's final form. Like, that one was when went out of his way to be especially flashy, and like, you appreciate it, but also why?
So another thing to comment on when it comes to Geats himself. The Henshin is good, but I also think it's notable to comment on the form changes, or the slight form changes. Because he's got Magnum and Boost, When I was seeing these pieces swap out and stuff, it made me think of Build, with how the pieces will appear elsewhere and then move into like slide and click on. Of course, it came from the side rather than the front and back, but it was very reminiscent of that, and I like that because
I agree, and honestly, I think that this is an improvement on Build, because I always thought that Build's Henshin the concept was good, but the execution was too clunky, and I think the angle they use and how fast it is just makes it seem cooler. I still really like it the moment when he formed Henshin again, and it was very mechanic in a really cool way. I think this is very well done. I like it.
Yeah.
Talking about stuff that is very well done, this writer really loves his floating text, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does.
It's okay, so do I.
Yes, like, it's just cool. He knows what's cool.
Let's bring back the picture you did last week. Toku in the middle of anime and real life, thank you.
Yes. Alright, speaking of other things that are cool.
Yes, I think we were talking about the same thing. Are you thinking about the Kung Fu?
Yes.
Kung Fu. Completely realistic, but way too cool. I love it. It was great. And to be fair, even the enemies have Kung Fu, because remember that their spear can become a gun.
Yes! Like, that's just that was hilarious, but it also, just let there be a brief, like, shootout scene, which was fun.
They gave me such vivid Rui flashbacks when the side can just become a gun for no reason.
Yeah, everything in it is a gun in that thing.
Maybe roster 3 helped, who knows? Would they be willing to end the world? Talking about more stuff that is cool, question mark. How do you feel about the space caster whale with tentacles?
What happened to you, Bismarck? Why you got tentacles? That's degenerate.
Maybe this is the Bismarck for the second reflection.
Or it could be the one that survived from the Void world.
I mean, it has tentacles, it could be.
Yeah. That sounds like Void sent to me. Anyway. But
I mean, I like the way that it was defeated, talking about Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah.
Geats defeated him with the Cerberus Estrada.
Yeah, get in the belly.
Get in the belly. DPS and kill it. He didn't even need to chain it.
Yeah. And while inside, I did find it cool how when he was riding through the castle part, it was all twisty windy like a funhouse. That was really neat.
Yeah, that was really neat. I would say that this episode just really was very visually interesting. Like, was very hard to look away from it. Very cool.
Yes. And speaking of things you couldn't look away from, that rider kick.
Oh my god, it was so cool.
Man.
Again, I just really like the sounds of this Kamen Rider. Like, just all the sound effects are so sleek and modern. Like, I could see a video game using this kind of sounds because they are not overly silly. They just feel cool enough. And like, you kind of want to just see the rider kick again, right? It's just really cool.
Yeah.
And talking about seeing things again. Time loop? Time loop.
Time loop. Yeah. Okay, so I definitely have a lot of thoughts about this, but we're trying not to have a super long video, so maybe we can save that for next week.
Yeah, maybe that could be even its own video, who knows?
Maybe. Yeah. For now, we're just doing our initial thoughts, then we can ruminate on it a little bit and do another video about like our speculation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you had to do any Shady dealings, which place would you pick? Because I will pick the Cat Cafe.
Of course! Who would suspect it? You go there for cute, you don't go there for shady.
Of course. So Ruriko is very into cats. So she really is cute seeing so many cats. So like, ah!
Yeah, like I remember that shot from the previews, and I was like, I can't wait to see that in real life. And sadly, it's as short as it was in the preview, but I find it funny I said that in real life as if Kamen Rider Geats is real. You know what I mean.
I mean, how do you know? Because you know it's not.
Well, maybe the world has already ended and restarted again, and I would know it. No, neither would you.
Okay, but like, can you restart the world when I fail to roll SSR? That would be useful.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Like, they have the location. They can always just like reuse it.
True. Like, Neon could show up there more. Like, maybe she's there for a reason. Like, she likes cats, or... I mean, she is the cat rider after all, though.
Yeah. I mean, she could live stream there.
Oh, yes. That would be great. But yeah. So, in general, we're very hyped for the show. Like, it's got a very strong first episode, and we trust the writer.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna go bad. Like, even when things get a little messy with his shows, it's still entertaining from beginning to end.
Yeah. I agree. And I do feel like I got them way better at selling the show in the first episode, because, okay, this is a very personal anecdote, but when I first watched it, it took me a few episodes to really get into it, because Emu wasn't such an instant hit for me. It took me a while to warm up to the guy. When it came to Naruto and 01, I think that was a way stronger show from the beginning. And I feel that this one, the writer has gotten better. And again, even if I think this is a bit like Abuto, where even if you don't like Tendo, you're gonna like Kagami, and it's gonna be someone you root for.
Yeah.
Even if like the MC is too smooth for you, you don't really like Ace. Well, you may like K1. I like K1, so I'm sold. I need to see the ride.
Yeah. So we will see you again next week with our now standard double feature. This has been
Pray for Ruriko.
Pray for me, why?
For your editing.
Oh God. Why you gotta point that out right now? I'm already dreading it. Anyway, this has been Shuuden Station. Your host, Ruriko, and
Denko.
Signing off.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.